Good evening, everyone. I'm out for another investigation, and one I am definitely going to need your guys' help on spotting things. I'm going to let you know where I am right off the bat. I am in the Tyler Flats along the Conneaut Creek, and again, I have been listening to the comments, and I definitely want to make these videos better. We got some other paths going that way, but we're going to try to stay over here along the creek for now. I'm going to give some of the background on this place. This is a place where a lot of people fish. Give some of the background on this, and a little bit of some things to expect. And then some people have said I talk too much, so I do listen to you. If you disagree with that I talk too much, then drop that in the comments. But right off the bat, I definitely need you guys, your eyes and your ears open. I got eye shine right over here. It just ducked down. We had a very warm day with a lot of rain, and then it just turned into a beautiful day. Today I had something right back here. You can hear the peeps going. Darn it, I caught that eye shine just for a second, and it seen me and took off. Let me tell you, I'm gonna see if I can catch anything here. Tell you a little bit about this area's history. This area is called the Tyler Flats, named after John Tyler, one of the kind of famous early settlers of this area. Long ago in Conneaut's history, this was a very historical place, and it was a happening area if there was a carnival or circus that came to town. This used to be cleared and used to be farmland, and then it was used for the town to celebrate things. Now it's not. It's owned by the CN Railroad. Okay, all the bugs are out too, and see, they're already gonna be messing with me a little bit. Okay. Now something on this preference a little bit about this is we're probably going to hear trains tonight. Okay, because we're literally going to, right on this side, that is the CN Railroad across the Conneaut Creek. Okay, and this let's just show you, it is dark out. It is really dark. Okay, so, and ahead of me, we will go underneath the NNS Railroad Bridge, and if we go back further enough, we're close. We're very close. This would end at an area called the Arches on the CSX tracks. Those ones move loud and fast. The NNS trains are slow and loud. Same with the CN Railroad. If they run, they'll be kind of slow as well. So I do gonna also preference, because I've seen a couple of cars out on the road. This is a pretty expansive area. Okay, I got a preference. This is an area that I may run into the most dangerous thing in the woods. Now, if you remember what I said, what that was, it's the most dangerous thing you'll run into the woods, other people. I do have that potential down here. Hopefully not. But I can't rule it out. And I literally have not went down this path in probably 20 years at least, since the last time I walked down this path. Okay. It was an area as a kid, I was down here a lot. Again, along the Conneaut Creek, just on the beginning of the east side of the city of Conneaut. Literally, you got neighborhoods up there. You can see some of the lights. I'm already starting to hear train whistles. Those will be big time. And it is really nice out. It's 66 degrees out. Only going down to 61 tonight, but it is very, very humid. Can already hear that. Sounds like N&S Railroad. They have a train yard in the town. Okay, so now I've kind of set this up and set the scenario. And definitely, because I'm on edge, that I may run into the most dangerous thing in the woods. So I definitely am a little heightened alert. Okay, I will try to not pan too much, because that's been one of the complaints. But some of this is I'm really going to try to catch whatever is any animals, wildlife out here. I don't want to run into people. I just heard a noise there. Try to hear that over the train whistle, but something was in the back here. Literally right over here. Understand that if I start panning a lot, it's either because I'm seeing or hearing something. Okay, it's wet and it's muddy back here. I do have the mucks on, but I can't guarantee you whether we'll see anything at all. We may not. And hearing things is going to be difficult with some of the trains, because I hear it coming. Yeah, that is an N&S train right up there. It is kind of interesting to see it going over the bridge. Okay. And we got that train noise, so you really got to listen, because things love to make their noise in conjunction with that other noise, with the train noise. So, you see the Conneaut Creek's pretty deep here, so it isn't really noisy. But the peeps, they're obnoxiously noisy. And we have a lot of other bugs out now because we had a warm day. The woods are waking up. I mean, with all the insects, frogs. Oh, I see one of the frogs right there. Let me see if I can zoom in. See one of the critters. There's two of them. That's another one right there. Got that one swimming. Oh, we've seen some of the critters making all that noise. Noisy little buggers. And we've seen them back out. I'm going to show you. The camera gets some light. It is pitch black, and I can literally see without the flashlight. I take that flashlight away, I can't see more than a couple feet in front of me. And more. More of those frogs. Just so that you got to see which ones are making that long noise there. I can't even imitate it, I'm terrible at that. hopefully I don't run into people. And I apologize because I know it's noisy with the train. Not much I can do about that. Only is to say it's moving along. And this bridge was just rebuilt, and they did tear up a big section of woods a little east of here to bring all the equipment back here. They're done with that, and they're literally trying to like close up their path. So, but they're done doing all their heavy work back here. So area, this is where they tore apart the woods. It's kind of sad. It used to be there used to be thick woods all along here. So, and it is, I mean, they literally tore out a chunk of the woods. This way a little bit, I'll come over to the opening of the road that they made, that they are attempting to have nature grow over right there. You can see it. We're going to try to go and see if there used to be a path that went all the way back here, and it looks like it's still there on the map, but I can't tell. Now we're literally going right underneath the train bridge. See this wood that goes all the way over to the cliff. This is a big open flats area, and I hope they didn't destroy the path. That would be kind of a bugger if they did. A couple of Canadians. Doesn't look like the path because this area was recently changed. My satellite imagery is not up to date. You can hear the water dripping off the bridge. I don't know if they destroyed the path. No, it would be an absolute shame if they did. It'll kind of wreck what I wanted to do. Again, the satellite imagery was old, and like I said, it's been 20 years since I've been back down here to check this path. Well, eye shine right over there. There's something crawling real fast. You guys, I don't know if you guys can see that. Okay, this may be the path. It does look like there is like a boat in the water up here. Yep. We do got, it just doesn't look like it's well used because of all the stuff going on with it, with this construction. So it is not well defined. Jeez almighty. This does not look promising. Duck low. Holy crap. They say in Conneaut, just when you think the trains are, you're done with the trains, another one comes. Well, I guess we have beaver back here, that's for sure. So that right there is a good find. And that's where he's must be dragging stuff. And he's really working. He's cut down a bunch of these smaller ones over here, and he's really working on this big one. It's gonna die. He's gotten all the way around on it. Checking and scanning over here because this path is narrow. There's some lights on the opposite side of the creek that are concerning to me because I don't know what is making them. I don't know if that's because I haven't been back here, so I'm not familiar with it to know whether that's just something natural, if it's not, or something that's normally there, I should say. Hitting a lot of spider webs, so apologize. I'm going to be kind of trying to move around to get the dang spider webs off me because that's something that geeks me out. So I gotta say something else about this area. They found the evidence of right along here in this valley of a major Indian war that happened literally right in here. And just up the hill there on Woodworth Avenue, they found the mass Indian grave that was the result of this major battle. Clear the spider webs out of the way. Here comes another train. This happens all night long. You know, I live right near the train yard, so when you try to keep the window open on a warm night like tonight, this is what you hear all night. See those lights over there? I'm not sure what that is. And this one sounds like CSX. Sounds like it's on the tracks that are ahead of me, but nope. I think it's coming on the tracks behind me. It's another NNS. You'll see it up high here coming through. Maybe you don't even want to see this, but because when you see the giant lights floating in the air, geez almighty, this pathway needs some work, but since it is pretty much owned by the railroad, don't expect that to happen. There's a huge freaking spider over there. One of the things I didn't do, I have my gear is adjusted for having the winter clothes on, so everything is loose because it is hot and steamy out. You know, the train wrecks most of the noise that you'll hear. But as you can see, this is thick wooded area. And there's some little islands over here too. See a bunch of geese out there. There's some little islands in this area. And gosh, I needed to bring my machete with me. It's not an easy to get through area. Oh, we had a homeless dude down here, which thank God he's not here, because I think this looks about as far as we're going. We're gonna have to turn back from here, but get a shot of, like, this is a little island right across here. That's a little island. Back in the day, we used to call this one Boris Island, named after my friend Ken. I mentioned this, and this little one we used to call, I believe that was, there was another island over there that we had. There's a smaller one, I think, up here that we called Turtle Island, and this one I think we called Snake. Snake Island. And the floods and the ice have changed it over the years. You can see the train going across the bridge up there. Changed the shapes of things throughout the years. This was an area we spent a lot of time. It's just up ahead, and you can't hardly see through this. Was an area called the Arches, and that's the bridge for the CSX tracks. So we're gonna go back through the jungle here, and as you can see, something I said on my other videos here, as soon as this vegetation starts to grow up, that literally we're gonna not be able to see. You're not going to be able to see more than 50 yards. That'll be a privilege. And as you can see through this here, I cannot see. This way I can see because of the creek. This way I cannot see through that more than maybe 10, 15 feet even with the flashlight. It's just too thick. Let's see. Some of these are some game trails. And we've had that homeless problem. Most of them have moved on, but I can't rule out that there's not any back here. Again, I definitely should have readjusted my equipment, because it's giving me fits. But look at, I mean, you can see a little bit back there, but not a lot. Okay, look through here, and then I'll go underneath. Oh, yeah, I love having to dip down low with that. My knees are thanking me right now. This is going to be one of the challenges of the spring and summer hikes, with all the vegetation that we have. Sight gets difficult, and how through these wintertime hikes I was able to see through and catch all this wildlife. This may be a lot harder to do. See the top of the valley rim up there, those light, it's reflections, it's a guardrail. The road literally runs right along it. Or is that, no, you know what that is? My bad. That's the trestle, that's a train stopped across the bridge. I thought the train was gone. No, it isn't. It just stopped on the bridge, which is actually normal. They stop to shift change when they get to the railroad yard, and they leave the train hanging all the way back across the bridge. And the front of that is at the railroad yard. I can hear the beeping of heavy vehicles at the dock company. Okay, geese stirred up. Something got them going. Cannot see through this woods. A lot of the time those geese do that because there's something trying to bother them, or they hear or sense something, and people usually don't have that effect on them. You realize just how high that trestle bridge and a train going across it. There's our beaver tree. This is thick and it's creepy. It feels like it's summertime already. I can't believe how much the vegetation has grown, just even over the week. we have had a lot of rain. So we do, that train will still creak and make some noises. And I definitely hear the beeping of equipment from the CN harbor that we're not far from. That's the CN railroad yard. Okay, that stuff is like knocking my hat off. I don't know how that got here, but I got a big spider web across the path that I just walked through. This is thick woods, and I am definitely ready to get the heck out of this part where with this narrow path. Those are actually thorns. I don't know if you can see those. Those just stabbed me. Yeah, I gotta adjust my equipment for summer gear. Okay, thank God we're about out of here. I guess maybe I took a different way. So I didn't know what to expect at this place. And I wanted to go someplace different. I about guarantee you that you know, at the end of my neighborhood, the Center Road access and the Indian Mound Park, there's a ton of wildlife out tonight. I about guarantee that. But I think I've kind of maybe even overdone those areas with you guys. And if I haven't, please drop that in the comments. Because I wanted to see, try to get a little bit of a newer area. And I have like 4 or 5 other areas that I haven't touched either in a little while. This one I've never gone to. This is for a video. This is brand new. So I do want to try to keep them fresh and take you guys to some other adventures. That is the train right underneath the bridge. And you have the water is dripping off of the bridge. Because we had a deluge of a downpour earlier today. Now, I got 2 ways to go up here. Okay. Honestly, I should have done a live stream because then I could have you guys tell me. I could go down the big main one, the one that they had made to bring all the equipment back here. You can see pretty clearly right to Old Main Road, or I can head down this one, back where I came from. If I go this way, I'll be able to scan this woods that I didn't check and hit this side on the opposite side of it that I already did check. If I go on this side, I'll be scanning the woods that I already went over. Let's try and go, I guess we'll go this way because we haven't gone here, and see, we'll go a little bit. See, there is the Conneaut Creek, and we're just a little bit inland. I got Eyeshine. I think that is. Dead ahead. Yeah, and it was Eyeshine. That was some critter up there. I didn't get a chance to zoom in on it because it took off. think this place feels all that creepy. Especially seeing a couple cars parked down here. It had me a little nervous to even come down here. But I thought, we gotta try a new spot. But it's such a beautiful night. As soon as I get done here, I may just loop over to one of the old ones. So this was wooded over. It was a small path, and they tore the woods up to make this big giant path back here to work on that bridge. Kind of a shame, but I mean, it needed to be done. And not to mention, this is railroad property. So, and I definitely, when I get out, I'm going to take the time to readjust my equipment, and I just may go over to another area. Because I've seen a eye shine a couple times that was low to the ground. It was probably a smaller animal. I don't know if you heard that, but that was kind of a screech. And I don't know what it was. Didn't sound directed at me. It was pretty far into the distance. But nonetheless, I just heard it again. Did you guys hear that? Try to adjust the sound and play back over and see if you can hear that, because I can't tell what it is. So unfortunately, it was loud and noisy. Got a couple weird sounds here. A couple eye shine of some smaller animals. And a couple of frogs. But like I always say, when you walk into the woods and get to see the woods and walk out, it's pretty much a successful trip. And at night, if you don't think it's creepy at night, then I invite you. I'm going to invite you, try it, come along with me. Even in areas that I walk all the time, it's a little difficult. Not difficult, but it's a little creepy. Put your senses on high alert. Okay. Now, driving down here, I have seen a lot of deer down here crossing the road or crossing the Conneaut Creek in the past. But I'm sorry, I'm scanning a little bit, but I'm really hoping that something's down here. And unfortunately, everything's hiding from me. Again, this is thick. It's real thick with all the vegetation up. hard to see. Here, that's a car coming down. We're gonna turn the light out. This car coming. I just don't feel like having any interactions with humans that I don't have to. Drop in the comment, let me know what you think about what the railroad did to the woods back here. Remember, this was used to be just a path that would just be wide enough for me to walk down. It's not that things can't be replanted, but got peeps around me. And like I said, when I said expect to hear trains, didn't disappoint, huh? You hear how that noise echoes through the valley? That's a little... I understand it echoes through the whole town this way. All right. I may just go find one of the old spots and go down there and do a part 2 for tonight, because it's such a beautiful night. I hate to waste it. And I want to find some wildlife because I know they're out. All right, guys, so from the Tyler Flats, I want to say thank you for watching. God bless you. And have a wonderful evening. Enjoy the weather.